Greetings guys, how are you all today? Welcome to the good old Outlaws versus the Hardgame. Sorry, I forgot their name. Hardgame is a very hard name to remember for me due to the fact of they changed their name from Martyrs. The same team, same rotation I believe, but they're switching it up with the name. Good luck to both teams. How are you today, Vegeta? What have you been up to?
I'm doing well. Like I said earlier, just woke up from watching the Korean final, and I really do hope the matches today are just as good in quality.
I feel like we're going to have a nice game. Martyrs did very well in the preseason, didn't they? They did really well. I enjoyed their matches that they played.
Yeah, they did
aggressive.
All right.
Yeah, played very aggressive. I'm glad we're seeing another Maokai like we did last week. That was really fun.
I feel like that's the name of the game right now. As far as week one goes, is just aggression, aggression, aggression. Who can get what, and who can get the most the earliest.
Maokai right now is in such a position where he can outscale so many top laners if he's left alone. Like I believe in the preseason matches last week, we had somebody who left a Maokai just to go and farm. I believe it was Sion from, I forgot what team it was. They left a Sion to go roam, like Sion went to roam and help his team out. It was Photogenic playing Sion, and Photogenic was leaving the Maokai just to roam around and get a bunch of CS on the top lane, and there was no competition. Nice little leash coming in from Tariq. What's your opinion on starting blue buff now and going for an early invade?
Well, as
nobody's doing that anymore. I personally do it myself. I start blue and then I'll go invade the enemy red because Gragas is starting top. So it's an AP based jungler, so he's gonna start at blue buff, of course. But like for example, Lee Sin right now, if he can he has plenty of health left, so he could easily go take out the enemy red right now if he chose, because he's hardly losing any health, so he could easily go do it. And I feel like starting red or blue these days is so much easier. Like nobody does it. Everyone's used to doing the Krog leash, the Grump Krug leash these days. No one's actually invading anymore, apart from like you go into like the LCS and the professional, like really hardcore, those guys are still invading. But like in a normal game, I do it myself. I'll invade, and it really can put people off their game.
If you look at early jungle starts on that point, they know that blue side actually there's a mind game going on now where it doesn't matter if it's an AP jungler, they can still start bottom side because they're getting a leash from their bot lane. It's going to be a much faster clear. But the blue buff is necessary. The only thing is, the bot lane it was in lane on the first wave. They know that they weren't leashing. There was no time taken before they came back into lane. Plus, they have the push on the bottom side. If Lee Sin wanted to, he could very aggressively go in.
I feel like Malphite is a really good counter for Maokai though. If this is like an AP tank Malphite, which it's probably not going to be, early tank coming in from the Lee Sin, but Maokai just diving onto him, hit him away, Maokai taking quite a bit of damage. Bit of a shield coming early from Lee Sin there. I feel like that shield wasn't really necessary. Maokai wasn't going to retaliate to that. I know he wouldn't.
Yeah, and I want to pay attention a lot to this bottom lane. We have the Tariq Lucian, which is a very aggressive matchup there, as you see with the Dazzler coming out now.
Nice. Well, Gragas is coming from behind. The W coming in from Gragas there. Belly flood, flash, knockback, barrel. Oh god, that was quite a bit of damage there. Slow coming flash from Caitlyn. Caitlyn, I really don't think that flash was necessary. Okay, but the Caitlyn, was that a burn damage from Caitlyn? I didn't see her.
No, that was the last auto. Caitlyn flashed in. And the tornado actually caught Lucian and gave Caitlyn the time for the last auto.
I thought that was some burn damage or something from Caitlyn. I didn't actually see the last auto attack going in. Azir playing a bit aggressive on the rise here.
Yeah, early cult picked up for Lucian, so he's looking to scale. And Lucian is a little bit stronger than Caitlyn as far as the laning phase, so it's not too much of a power trough. Plus, if I'm thinking anywhere towards the near future, this Caitlyn's probably just going to save that money up and go for a BF.
What have you seen? Like the whole right now, there's a big hype with Tristana Gwynso's going around. I don't know why nobody's doing that for other champions. I understand like not every champion has like an AP scaling ability or something like that, but it's still an amazing item and it helps you clear so much.
Well, yeah, you would think so, especially with the fact that people threw that, oh, it's got attack speed and it gives you extra boosts in stats at that item whenever they were picking it on Aurelia and Jax in the preseason. And I just don't understand why they haven't locked that in for anyone more than Kog'Maw.
I feel because Tristana's hyping up now. I don't know what player brought it in. I believe it was either a Fnatic player, I believe, that brought it in.
It was Stixay from CLG.
Okay, so it's like I've been doing it for a while on, like, because I do a series which is called Off Meta on my YouTube channel, and when I play, like, I've been doing like Ziggs, Janna, and ADC like that, and I build Gwynsos on those. I put, like, when I played Ziggs, I used Gwynsos, Rage Blade, and Hurricanes, and I could just destroy, because Gwynsos is so powerful. When you get those 8 stacks of Gwynsos, nothing can stop you. Like, the attack, if you can out attack speed somebody as any ADC, you'll pretty much just win, like, most of the time. Damage isn't always key, as long as you can get the aggressive plays off. Bit of a stun coming here from Tarek. Knock up on the Janna. Pretty good. What's your opinion on the new Tarek? We have a bit of a damage coming in. Malphite ulting out from the escape. We have the stun coming from the Tarek. Kaelin taking a bit of damage here from the Lucian, getting queued out, but backing out because Janna is just knocking them up. As I was saying in the pre-game, guys, remember Janna is one of the best champions to learn support with, due to the fact that she has so much versatility in the engagement side of the game. She can knock anybody back and you're being chased, and she'll just knock them up or ultimate, and they're not going to be able to do anything, because by the time they've done that, like, you're away. Is the knockup for Janna, it's like 0.6 seconds, isn't it, or something like that?
I don't know. It's I believe it starts, the knockup scales with how much she charges up her Howling Gale. So the longer it is, the longer you'll be knocked up. I think it starts at 0.5 seconds. It's
0.25 seconds we have. I've just checked it there. 0.25 seconds. Which is nice. Oh, Lucian coming up. They have the Rise roaming bottom for some reason. Lucian just getting out of there. We already have the Rise and the Gragas outside of Dragon Pit. Azir's coming back around. They have a pink ward on the river. Red team playing very aggressive. Lee Sin giving the blue buff to Azir, I think.
Rise doesn't have a tier. He bought Catalyst first, so I don't think that we're going to be seeing an Archangel's staff coming in from the Rise, unless he decides to buy that really late, which delays his power spike even more, and that's just trouble.
I think he's gone it purely based around the fact that he's against an Azir.
Yeah, he's probably thinking he needs an earlier power spike with a different AP item, but this Azir already has a Stinger, and he's going to outduel this Rise. This Rise
flash
can go
from
in.
Rise. Oh. And we've lost Malphite. The flash dive. Nice. Oh.
There's a pause.
We have a pause coming in. I do believe we have a disconnection. Was that a Malphite disconnection?
It seems so.
And here we are, he's back. Nice bit of DCing there. Nice bit of a ready check coming in. I feel really bad for the Azir right now. I don't know why Red paused. I would have let the Malphite stay disconnected just for the kill, but I understand them pausing. But Azir right now is in a really, really tricky situation. Like, the Rise is contemplating where he's got to go, what he's got to do right now. But he does have the Lee Sin for Azir right now coming in. The Lee Sin probably going to be diving to the Azir and then kicking Rise out. With Lee Sin being level 6 and having his ultimate.
There's
we're probably going to see it here. There we go. Told you, the
Teleport
flash kick.
coming out.
Oh, no, we have teleport coming from Maokai. Maokai getting ultimate probably. No need to actually ultimate here. No, here we go. Gragas throwing the barrel, gonna knock him out. Maokai just getting saved by the Gragas there. Like, I feel really bad for the Azir there, and for the Rise. It's like, I understand the DCing and stuff like that, but both of them had to contemplate what they've got to do in that situation. But it's really good. It's really only good to understand something like that.
Yeah, tactical pauses are used in other games down the line. No LCS style tournaments use them. Normally in pro play you can't really talk during a pause. But even if you can't talk, if you're in the middle of a heated play, you have the time to analyze what's around you. I don't think you can move your camera on pauses, which is pretty key. But this team has the time to communicate, hey, Maokai, you need to like teleport right now.
We have another disconnection coming in. I believe they only get 3 DCs, don't they? Like 3 pauses. Something along those lines. We're not getting a pause. Okay, no, Malphite is back. Malphite having some ping issues here. Someone needs to stop watching Netflix. The Maokai has
Comcast,
switched.
man, it gets the best of us.
Yeah. God, dude, I wouldn't know that burden. That's what I like about being in the United Kingdom. We don't have Comcast. I've heard some pretty bad things about that internet.
It is quite possibly the worst company in the entirety of all of America.
Well, there goes True Minded Gaming, sponsored by Comcast. Looks like we're not gonna get that's the, what was it? Oh, what was the T-shirt we came up with? Was it the rubber dicks or rubber something like those lines?
Wet noodle fight. Top lane wet noodle fight. That's the T-shirt we came up with.
Yeah, wet noodle fight. If any of you guys are designers, that'd be great.
Speaking of wet noodle fights, here we are in the top lane, but they swapped Ryze into the top lane because of the bad matchup into Azir, but Azir's going to be able to poke anything out. And here comes Lee Sin, but Gragas is right here. Lee Sin actually gets punted away from the Taric ultimate. And there's the Gragas ultimate. He's doing so much in this fight to separate
ulting
things.
there for no reason, and she even missed the knock-up on the Lucian, but Caitlyn getting the crit. I think Lucian went over a mine there, allowing Caitlyn to get the extra range and the crit strike on him. He's playing very aggressive against this Malphite for some reason. Like, this Malphite can just tunnel him out. We do have Outlaw's going to be taking the dragon here. Azir maybe go for the stealing. Nah, he won't. He doesn't need to. Now he's coming in late. Getting out of there. Just running away.
Yep, dragon gone. First dragon. Gonna be going over to Outlaw, gentlemen.
Malphite trying to back. I don't think he should. Malphite's doing nothing right now, in my opinion. He's just giving him like free farm and free lane sustain. Like Ryze right now knows not to push.
The thing is, Malphite's not that great of a matchup into something that's AP and can control the lane. And that's exactly what Ryze is.
I feel like I just saw somebody get backed then dashed by a Lucian Q, like the Lucian ability, the star. Malphite ulting the Ryze. Lee Sin gonna be probably kicking him here, locking him out, taking the kill from Malphite. Giving Malphite the kill right there is exactly what Lee Sin should have done, not taking that kill. Malphite is behind and he's against a Ryze now, so he needed that kill. And assist is also good, Maokai taking a bit of damage here. But if Malphite took that kill there, or had that kill, he would have been able to back and buy a finish his Bambi Cinder, turning it into a Sunfire Cape. But coming from where like Outlaws are right now, they have 4 AP on their team.
Yeah,
I don't really think I'm like the Bambi Cinder going into a Sunfire Cape is not good.
Bambi Cinder first, then you itemize into the Spectral Cow item, then you get that probably going to be a Spirit Visage. Banshee's Veil also very good item. But finishing Sunfire Cape against 4 AP, probably not going to be the best decision. But I do like Bambi Cinder as an item, as a component. It is very nice to have for pushing waves on somebody that can't really passively do that well with that, like Malphite.
Janna playing very aggressive here. See guys, Janna is a weak champion, but she can also be played very aggressive.
Yes, so in chat there are questions. Hardgame is on the red side, and Outlaw gentlemen. Oh, a nice Azir play, bringing Maokai all the way under his turret.
Yeah, as my co-host is saying there, red is Hardgame, Outlaw is blue. Oh, the on the Taric. Oh, that Taric nearly killed his own teammate there. Oh, Taric living with pretty much no health, like literally no health there. Caitlyn.
And that's the scary part about Caitlyn Jenna. Like, they are such an impressive lane. The only thing I can think of that actually beats it would be a Caitlyn Nami, but that's legitimately just cancer inside.
Oh, flash barrel. Oh, that was a nice little play there from the Gragas, knocking the Lee Sin out as he was attempting to come back in. Gragas going to do the red buff, destroying the ward.
We had,
as always, like, Hardgame opponent. Look at Hardgame's ward. Like, look at that. That's crazy. Hardgame are pulling out some, like, pretty hard wards here. Like, you can see, like, quite a bit of the red side is warded. Gragas, like, not taking out that red ward that was on the red buff, sadly.
Yeah, I like both teams warding here.
I feel like Hardgame has more of a bit of a presence with their wards. I feel like Outlaw are just warding the river and just warding on the edge of the Hardgame's red. I mean, on the Hardgame's blue. But I feel like that's where most of the action is going to go on right now, on the bot lane, around the areas of blue, on Hardgame's blue.
Yeah, it's just aggressive warding versus defensive warding, as far as that goes. I would like to see, though, as the wards for Hardgame do drop, and we see an engage in the top lane.
Look at this damage just coming in. Lee Sin just getting absolutely obliterated. The Malphite has no escape apart from flashing, but that flash was really not necessary. He had enough tankiness to get out. They probably would have took his health down quite a bit. We do have the dragon spawning in 155, which is going to be pretty... I feel like if Hardgame do not get this next dragon, I feel like that possibly could cause GG. But the fact that Hardgame are also pushing on the mid lane right now, and nobody is stopping this Azir. Why is Azir backing off right now? He could have took that tower out. And remember, guys, if you're pushing with Azir and you have W stacks, you could probably take out the tower by using your Ws. Make sure you always have one W stack though, so you can use the W to escape. I understand why the Azir backed off, because the Gragas was obviously going to come behind him. But it's like that Azir could have pushed that mid lane enough. He had escape. He was fine. Maokai switching back with a rise now.
Yeah, just another wet noodle fight in the top lane as bottom lane turret goes down. Caitlyn Jenna really good at pushing in, and as much utility as Taric has, he doesn't offer a lot into the pushing power like Jenna does.
It's really nice though. Like right now, like Outlaws have their kills shared. I understand Caitlyn has 3, but like Rise, Gragas, and Maokai all rocking a kill each. But the problem with Hardgame is 1 kill. I mean 2 kills. One guy's got 2 kills. That's it. That's it. That's scary. The Malphite should have been given that kill on the top lane. This Maokai could not. I mean, the Malphite should have been given the kill on the top lane. Sorry, I was watching that beautiful skin that Maokai's got there. It's pretty cool. I like that skin. I do like the Maokai skin as well. But like, it's weird though. Like, I understand why the Lee Sin's taking the kills, like, because he needs to be around and roaming and stuff. But it's still the fact that we do have the Lee Sin going aggressive on the Azir here. Azir, that really wasn't the best. But as I said before, the Janna ultimate is great for escape. Wards going around the dragon pit now. We do have 5 seconds on the dragon spawning now though.
Yeah, Jenna's the queen of disengage, but the thing is, that Jenna ultimate is gone, and they waste nothing for it. Azir just goes in on the soldiers. Now they have the presence in the dragon. Malphite has the TP, or no, he actually doesn't, but he is walking down. Maokai is out of mana though. He doesn't get to make a play on this dragon. This is Hardgame's for free unless Rise can somehow get a steal.
Rise is gonna just like steal it. No, he didn't. Oh my god, I thought he was actually gonna steal that there. Malphite just going ham on them. The damage here, just taking so much.
Blue team's caught out.
Blue team is gonna get smashed from behind here. No, but like this, like Hardgame here are just letting them escape. Janna getting knocked up by the Malphite. There, it's just getting absolutely obliterated there. Malphite did not give a flying fuck and just went in there, so little health, and just took them out, knocked them to outer space. Azir's is gonna push now with his tower. Maokai and Caitlyn gonna put on the defense. Greg is probably gonna try and take out more camps, but Lee Sin's probably gonna take out those wraiths. Hardgame actually calling this back now. Hardgame getting their money back. Money in the bank. Damn. Caitlyn probably gonna have to back now.
Yeah, whatever lead blue team had, it is now gone. And with aggressive champions like this Malphite, like this Lee Sin, like this Lucian, they can just get in onto any flank that they need to be in. And Malphite, doesn't matter where he is, there's nothing stopping that ultimate.
If Hardgame was to take out Caitlyn, and that's it, in my opinion. The Rise does damage, but if they take out Caitlyn as fast as possible, it's easy game. Caitlyn and Janna, just those two are synergizing together so well. But it's like, if we take those two out, we can just clear the rest of the map.
Yeah. I mean, Caitlyn and Rise are the two threats, let's be real. Janna and Gragas, as well as Maokai, really facilitate those two to be the only carries that are needed. With that much utility, you really don't need all of the damage, and you can, you know, funnel all of the damage and all of your resources into those two carries. But in the late game, Caitlyn and Rise are both just absolute monsters. I mean, even apart from their team by themselves, they're not going to need so much peel. And Rise, how do you peel for a Rise when he's running at the enemy team, you know? He's going to want to be in the thick of it.
I feel like Hardgame need to just, like, ignore Rise for a second. If they engage in a good team fight here, it could be pretty well. Like, I understand the Malphite's going to be playing very aggressive. Like, this is, to me right now, this is just a gold game. Like, whoever gets the gold and wins, one team fight could change this whole match. Barrel coming from Gragas, knocking everybody out, knocking Lucian back. Lucian gonna pop out the ultimate though. Gragas escaping with like the small bit of life. Azir coming in with a wall. Janna and Rise getting taken out here. Here comes Caitlyn with the flash. Malphite flashing there for a bit of an extensional push, but there's no really needing to. But Malphite getting slowed by the Gragas barrel. Caitlyn getting slowed by the Malphite. Nice push there.
Yeah, Hardgame just have so much better team fight coordination, especially with their champions. Like the Taric ultimate comes out, it's really hard for
Maokai coming in here. Maokai coming in, probably gonna ultimate. No, Maokai doesn't even have the ultimate, so it's not even worth it. Why would they engage that? Maokai should have only gone in then if he had his ultimate. If Maokai had his ultimate, they would have won. Taric just fucks shit up, dude. Taric just
does so much for his team. He's got the shield for 2 people. He's got the heal for 5 people. Azir has the barrier. He doesn't even get close to dying in that fight with all of that utility. I mean, like I was trying to say earlier, like you've got a Janna and a Gragas, and if you use those disengage tools for hard engage, you've got nothing when the Malphite comes in. You've got nothing when that Lee Sin comes in. The Azir Emperor's Divide is going to split your team in half, and there's nothing you can do about it.
Rise needs to get on that farm. That's it. Right now, Rise just needs to get on the farm. Get his...
A late tier.
No, actually, he built that tier straight after Catalyst.
Well, I mean, as far as like the build goes, like you want to get the tier first. You want to get that stacking because you're not going to have Rod no matter what until you build the item. It's not going to start stacking, but tiers start stacking from component 1. So that's why
Catalyst's ability is rather good these days, though. Thankful for what it can do. It's very, very, very good.
It is good, and I do respect why he did it. But like, going tier after the Catalyst is, I don't know.
Not going to argue too much aggressive. Now Malphite is rocking those 2 kills. It's very good for him. Lucian getting on the edge of that. Lucian just getting taken out here. Caitlyn gonna clean him up. Janna taking the kill there. Taric gonna get a bit of a stun off, but Rise getting just in range. Taric getting absolutely obliterated. Lee Sin going in for no reason. Azir gonna pull out the wall. We have the flash coming over the wall from Gragas. Gragas gonna be over the Azir, but Gragas just gets destroyed by that wall. You cannot clean that up. Maokai coming in with the ultimate, getting taken out, and all we have now is Maokai to be destroyed. I feel like Hardgame now just need to push that mid lane and just go for the end, because that's all they need to do right now. I understand we only have 13 seconds on the Janna spawning, but they could take out that tower, the tier 2, and then just back out. Probably go for the inhibitor.
No Janna ultimate coming out during that fight. She just got killed before she could even use it. That's the hard engage. That's the delete factor that we have coming in from Hardgame. And Hardgame, hard engage, I mean, you got to have one and the other in the same name.
God, the blue trinket coming out from Azir here. No, wait, who placed that blue trinket then? I think it was the Lucian. No, it was the Malphite.
Yeah, something we saw in the LCK, if anyone had actually watched the matches, they were starting to adapt with 3 blue trinkets, SKT did, because they needed some forward vision. And with hard engage coming in from Hardgame, I think it's really smart to be able to ward your forward flanks and then just go in with them.
Taking that dragon out. I'm really looking forward to the new dragons. They are going to make casting so much better. Like, I want to see, like, because right now, like, in Dragon Pit, how Riot's statement on Dragon was, Dragon's just there. You can take it or you don't take it. It's not really the biggest thing in the world. As long as you get the first stack, you're fine. But if you take out, like, the elemental dragons, you could get damage to towers, more damage, more movement speed. And it's like, holy crap. Like, that thing can do a lot of work.
I'm going to be extremely interested to see, like, what kind of team comps are drafted. And then the RNG of what the first dragon is going to be and how you're going to have to play around your power spikes to take that first dragon to increase the already strong abilities of your team comp.
Right now, Hardgame calling it back. They're only like 3k gold ahead. The early game for Outlaw was really good, but they didn't focus on the early game. They should have started pushing towers more. Gragas should have been assisting push more, but it's not really their fault. I understand why they did it and what was happening, but I feel like they could have done a lot more with it.
Well, you've got this great siege team in the Caitlyn Janna with the Gragas and Maokai, and then all of a sudden you have one of the best anti-siege teams of the Lee Sin Malphite, as we're seeing a fight going on.
Malphite teleporting from the top lane, coming back in. Gragas knocking Lee Sin into the fight here. He's cleaning people up. Janna down, Maokai down. There goes the Rise. Can we take out the Gragas? There we can take out the Gragas. Everybody just being absolutely aced. I feel like Hardgame just need to push. Like they've got the tower now. They've got the team fight down as well. So let's just go for the push. Why not?
Yeah, they can at least, if they want to go Baron, I would personally try for the Baron here because you get it for free, and then Baron actually helps you take an inhibitor. Inhibitor doesn't actually help you take Baron all that well because super minions don't walk to the Baron pit. But if you're going to push for the towers, that's also a smart idea. If you push down mid and down bot, you can get a lot. So both options are readily available here.
The problem what Tariq just did, if you saw that, what Tariq just did, he destroyed a ward and warded Baron. The problem with that is they know he's done that now. So now one of them is just going to go sweeping lens and clear that up. If you're going to get caught by a ward, and he's like, wait like 20 seconds, back off, go to red buff and ward over the wall. You might still get sweeping lensed, but they don't know where it is.
Yeah, it's really tricky warding mind games, especially now that Baron is the option. And I think they got, what, 2 turrets off of that push? So not too bad. I still think the Baron play was probably the better one, but they do have the ability to set that up, and with the amount of hard engage they have, like, you know, what can Hardgame not get is the real question here. That's a very short list of things.
I feel like we're gonna get a Baron fight. I feel like there's gonna be a big fight at Baron, then the team that wins takes Baron, and then I believe they'll just push. Like, pushing power is what Hardgame aren't working with. They're doing team fights, but they're not doing anything with it. Like, they've won 2 big team fights, but they're not doing anything with it.
Yeah, I mean, okay, so Outlaw Gentlemen, they have a Rise, and they were fighting during the power trough of the Rise. He doesn't have the tier. He still doesn't have the tier fully stacked. The Rod of Ages is, back when they started fighting, was I think only at 2 stacks, and it's just so much as we see a fight out of the Baron.
With the jungler being taken out by the Malphite here, Malphite flashing. Maokai, just say goodbye, Maokai. Just say goodbye. You got taken out by the Azir. Janna taking a bunch of damage here, but the ult came in a bit too late. Caitlyn being taken out. I feel like Hardgame should go for the Baron now. Pushing mid is a really bad mistake in my opinion. Like, yes, they have 30 seconds on Gragas and stuff like that, but if they get Baron, it stops the other team from taking it.
Yep.
I love that turret animation. The Azir turret animation is beautiful.
So if you actually pay attention to the little mark above the Azir soldiers in this skin, it actually looks like a Twitter DM emblem. So Azir whenever he pulls off those Tokyo Drift moves, is effectively sliding into your DMs.
Yeah.
Look at it there.
Shuffle. Pushing bot now. I feel like the Baron would have been really nice, stopping them from doing it. 55 seconds on the Dragon coming up. Gonna be taking the red buff away from Outlaws here. I was actually like pretty hyped for Outlaws in this game. They were doing really well in the early game against the Malphite. The Maokai and Rise switch was not in their favor. It really
yeah, now
wasn't.
this Maokai actually has, or not Maokai, Malphite actually has an Abyssal Scepter, so he's gone from ult bot tank to, actually, I'm going to blow up your carries, because there's nothing stopping me from doing that.
Ooh, looks like we have Outlaws getting ready for a Baron. No, just clearing up some wards. Hardgame, we're probably just going to push the mid. I love Azir. Like his character and his build and like his like how he's made, like his kit is amazing in my opinion. It's so different, like it's so nice, and you only see like higher tier players playing him. Like again, you'll see like bronze and silver kids playing him, and like some of them will be average. But if you ever want to see like really good, like high intense like Azir players, like I say like gold 1+ is where you'd probably see like good Azir players.
Yep. Azir's just such a mechanically intensive champion. You have to keep the micro of where your soldiers are. You have to understand how many soldiers can attack one target and how many soldiers you have out, all that jazz. But we see a fight here in top.
Malphite has his ultimate. They can't do anything. They can't do anything. A bit of a waste, to be honest. They stopped chasing after a while. He could have just walked out.
Yeah, I don't think like the Gragas ultimate could have came out, but during the cast time of the Gragas ultimate, Malphite can just ult away, and you can't get knocked back during that.
I still feel like the Malphite Sunfire Cape was a bad choice.
Well, he's got the pushing power, right? He's got that. Should he have finished the Bombing Cinder? Probably not versus 4 AP, but he's dealing damage when he goes in.
Ooh, Rise nearly getting taken out there. Rise going to be returning back to base, but mid is being pushed by itself. Nobody's paying attention to that mid push.
Yeah, this siege down bot is doing so much work. This Azir is really good at poking people under these turrets, and Lucian following up with Qs. There's a lot. Rise is forced to defend the mid lane, and this turret's going to go down.
Oh my god, Azir getting out there. Taric ulting. Maokai just escaping. Maokai being taken out by the Azir. Janna ulting, pulling out the ult, cancelling the animation, getting taken up by out the Azir. Lucian going in on the Gragas. Just say goodbye. Azir being taken out by the Rise. The Rise is slowly walking away. Just put down your boxer, put down your scroll, and sit down. Have a nice day. I think Hardgame can just end here. Caitlyn has no chance. Malphite going to take on both of these towers for at least 10 seconds. I feel like that's Hardgame winning the first match. Hope you guys have enjoyed this match. Me and Vegito are going to be right back, and we'll see you in the next game.